Gorillatag's newest update is everything that's wrong with the game right now. Now hold on, before you click off this video, hear me out. The basement update was probably one of the most anticipated updates of all time for Gorillatag, with thousands of videos trying to predict what the update could be, and many teasers over the course of 2 months with things gradually being added with each update to build hype. To preface, I actually really like this update, and it's one of my favorites added to the game. The attention to detail on all the cosmetics, and the basement location in particular, is chock filled with Easter eggs and cool references. I really can go on all day talking about how much effort another Axiom puts into the visuals of Gorillatag, but that's not why we're here. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. So what does this update add exactly? Well, firstly, a new location called the basement, which is 80s inspired for the gorillas to hang out in. And with every new location comes a brand new song, which is by Cody O'Quinn this time, titled Curse of the Monk Eye. Speaking of the Monk Eye, 2 new enemies were added in the dungeon maze, which is a first for Gorillatag. When spotted, they attack you with their eye beams, which makes you fall through the floor to see a cage in the area with a skeleton monkey in it. The Monk Eye's animations are pretty dope actually, and clearly had a ton of effort put into them. The maze is more or less what we were first introduced to in the winter update, but its size was greatly expanded upon, and has chests now that give you exclusive cosmetics. The only problem I have though with these exclusive cosmetics is that they're not rewards. Sure, the white badge is free, but the Monk Eye head holdable is 4,000 shiny rocks. So if you're not saving up, that's almost $20 for a small cosmetic. This is spiraling into the debate of overpriced cosmetics, and I don't want to hand up too much on it, because it's been done to death, but this game is not free anymore. Yes, I understand cheaters are a huge problem to this game, and I'm not a developer, so I'm not going to pretend that it wasn't a huge problem, but Gorillatag is almost $30 on Steam, and the shiny rocks you get for buying the game could purchase a whopping 1 new cosmetic. 1. Some of these are extremely obnoxious, like the rosy cheeks being 2,000 shiny rocks when they were literally free before. To round out the update, they added new cosmetics, and I actually really like them. The detail is great and conceptually really cool, but obviously pricing wise, they're way too high. So overall, I'm pretty happy, although I'm not gonna buy any of these. And finally, there was a crack added of the wall to the secret tunnel. Oh, it just became dark all of a sudden. Essentially putting a teaser into an update that was built off of teasers. This is where the biggest problem lies, and why the state of Gorillatag is in such a weird spot right now. Now, if you've been playing Gorillatag as long as I have, an update of this size is actually pretty crazy to think about. Before, we used to get hyped with the leaves changing to pink, and now we're getting sizable updates every 2 to 3 weeks. People would theorize what would be added next, but most of the time the community was surprised by whatever new was added to the game. Updates we get now feel exactly like the updates we got years ago. Yes, there's more bells and whistles now, but updates are broken down into this formula. A major update is typically new things plus cosmetics, and then a normal update is typically a small thing added and cosmetics. If you guys want a couple of examples, House update, a small thing was added with the forest changing, and then cosmetics were added. The 2022 Christmas update, the big thing when you shrink, and then cosmetics. The rain update, a small thing with the rain being added, and then cosmetics. And then obviously the basement update being a big thing with cosmetics. So since Gorillatag's massive rise in popularity, and the team had another Axiom getting larger, things haven't changed that drastically. Obviously there's more in updates now than there were a year ago. That is to be expected because there's a team of people working on the game now. But this all boils down to expectation. According to an Upload VR article that has been quote retweeted by Lemming and members of another Axiom, Gorillatag made $26 million in revenue in the 13 months the game was on App Lab. App Lab, bro! This was before the game was front and center on the Quest store as well, so I imagine the number will get significantly bigger. Now, you could blame your favorite YouTubers for making the update seem bigger than it was, but those videos wouldn't have got a ton of views if people were not excited for what was going to be added to the game. I know another Axiom is probably really focused on their upcoming gravity-focused game, and good for them for expanding and not sticking with the cash cow. I'm actually really excited for that game, and it sucks what happened to Echo VR, but I think Gorillatag's potential hasn't been fully realized yet. The maze concept in particular has been executed better by fan games. Thing is, which has been made by one person on their free time, compared to a team full of people who are working on the game as their job. Now, I feel like I need to preface again by saying that this is my favorite update in the game since like the Mountains update. So this is not coming from a place of hate. I just want the game to be better. Another Axiom is obviously very super in tune with the community, and the update gave Gorillatag its highest player peak, which is insane. With Secret Tunnel finally being teased to be opening, and was something that has been with the community since the very beginning, I really do hope that whatever they add is more substantial than what was added in this update. Basement feels very short-term and small at the end of the day. Everything is super cool now, but it's very easy to experience everything and then move on. There's still not any new modes or ways to play. Paintball is a really fun addition that maybe isn't as popular as it should be, but I also don't think any of the maps complement the mechanic in any meaningful way. Gorillatag right now is more of a social game, and I think modding is such a problem because people are just bored of what is currently in the game. I was playing randomly at night in multiple lobbies, and I saw nobody impersonating a fake ghost, and that was so common in the city it's not even funny. I think if there's more to do, people won't break the rules to have fun. I know, small sample size, but I figured I'd put it in here anyways. Overall, I think the basement update is kind of the problem with Gorillatag right now. An underwhelming amount of new things given the hype and growth of the game. I think whatever is behind Secret Tunnel needs to be a big deal. People are willing to wait if the end product is eventually super good. And I know the development team just gets what makes VR super cool. I'm not saying that the basement was rushed either. The amount of detail and everything is pretty absurd. I'm more so concerned about longevity. For example, the Mountains 2.0 update was a surprising change that I really liked, and I think made the map significantly better. It's just the basement had a ton of hype, and it didn't really add anything new to the game. Overall though, if you like this video, hit the subscribe button. I'm Majora, and I'm out.